The Emerald Tablet is a cryptic text central to alchemy and Hermetic philosophy. It first appeared in medieval Arabic sources around the 8th century, though some claim it has pre-Egyptian roots. It was later translated into Latin and became influential in both Islamic and European alchemy. Attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, a fusion of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth, or some say a reincarnation of Thoth himself, the text is often linked to Atlantis and ancient mystical knowledge. The tablet itself has been lost, but legends claim it was once discovered by the philosopher Apollonius of Tyana, who found it in a secret cave alongside the tomb of Hermes Trismegistus. Apollonius supposedly gave it to Roman Emperor Hadrian, who buried it under his palace, though some believe it now lies in the Vatican archives or was destroyed with the Library of Alexandria. The Emerald Tablet is most famous for the phrase, "as above, so below," a core idea in Hermeticism. Alchemists believed it held the key to creating the Philosopher's Stone, a mythical substance capable of turning metals into gold and granting immortality. Isaac Newton studied and translated the text, searching for its hidden secrets. Even today, occultists continue to interpret its meaning. The Amber Room was a dazzling chamber made entirely of amber panels, gold leaf and mirrors, originally forged by Prussian artisans in the early 18th century and gifted to Tsar Peter the Great in 1716. Covering 590 square feet and weighing 6 tons, it was installed in the Catherine Palace of St. Petersburg and valued at over $500 million, earning it the title of the 8th wonder of the world. The room was designed to strengthen the alliance between Russia and Prussia against Sweden during the Great Northern War. However, during World War II, as German forces advanced through Russia, Soviet curators attempted to hide the room by covering it with wallpaper, but the Germans quickly discovered and looted it, transporting the amber panels to Königsberg Castle in today's Kaliningrad in 1941. As the war neared its end, the panels were likely moved again, but after 1945 they vanished without a trace. Theories about its fate include destruction during Soviet bombings, being lost at sea on the Wilhelm Gustloff sunk by a Soviet submarine, or stashed in a Cold War bunker. Though some fragments have surfaced in Germany and were returned to Russia, the full Amber Room remains one of history's greatest lost treasures. The Holy Prepuce, or Holy Foreskin, is one of the most bizarre relics in Christian history, supposedly the only surviving piece of Jesus' body after his ascension. Jesus was circumcised on the 8th day after birth, and the first mention of his severed foreskin appears in the Arabic infancy gospel. The relic's history is chaotic. Charlemagne allegedly received it from an angel, or as a wedding gift from Byzantine Empress Irene, and later gave it to Pope Leo III in 800 AD. Over time, at least 21 churches across Europe claimed to have the true foreskin, leading to centuries of disputes. Pope Clement VII eventually declared the one in Charroux, France, as the authentic relic. One of the most famous claims was in Calcutta, Italy, where a German soldier looted it during the 1527 sack of Rome, but was caught. Venerated in Calcutta for centuries, it was stolen from its shrine in 1983. The Catholic Church later banned discussion of it, partly because theologians argued that Jesus' entire body ascended to heaven. Despite all this, the relic sparked everything from pilgrimages to excommunications, making it one of the strangest controversies in religious history. The Copper Scroll is the odd one out among the Dead Sea Scrolls, a set of ancient Jewish manuscripts from the Second Temple period. While the others are written on parchment or papyrus, the Copper Scroll, displayed in a museum in Jordan, is literally carved onto metal, a mix of copper and tin. Found in a cave near Khirbet Qumran near the West Bank, it's essentially an ancient treasure map, listing over 60 locations filled with what would amount to 168 tons of gold and silver by modern standards. Unlike the other scrolls, which focus on religious texts, this one just focuses on these treasures, with instructions on how deep to dig. Scholars believe the treasure could be linked to the Second Temple in Jerusalem, looted by the Romans in 70 AD, when the Roman army was in process of defeating Jewish groups that were rebelling against Roman rule. Some think the copper scroll is a genuine record of valuables hidden before the temple's destruction, while others argue the sheer amount is too ridiculous to be real. The location of the treasure remains a mystery, with speculations that the Romans tortured captives for its whereabouts, and over the centuries, looters, including Bedouin tribes, likely snatched the rest. Adding to the mystery, the copper scroll mentions another hidden document in a tunnel in northern Kolit, detailing even more treasure, but the location of this so-called Kolit remains unknown. The true cross is believed to be the cross on which Jesus was crucified. According to historical accounts, it was discovered in 326 AD by Helena, the mother of Emperor Constantine, during her pilgrimage to Jerusalem. After demolishing a pagan temple dedicated to Venus, built over the supposed site of Jesus' crucifixion, excavations uncovered 3 wooden crosses. To determine which one was the true cross, a sick woman was brought to touch them. When she was healed upon contact with one, it was identified as the cross of Jesus. Helena divided the wood, leaving a portion in Jerusalem and sending pieces to various locations throughout the Roman Empire. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre was built at the site of the discovery, while the largest known relic was kept in Constantinople. Smaller fragments spread to Gaul, North Africa and Syria, where they became objects of religious veneration. In 614 AD, the Sassanid Persians took the relic from Jerusalem during their conquests, but returned it after the Byzantine recapture of the city in 629. In the year 1009 AD, a portion of the cross was reportedly hidden to protect it from destruction under the rule of the Fatimid Caliph al-Hakim. The First Crusade in 1099 AD led to the Christian recapture of Jerusalem, and crusaders carried relics of the true cross into battle. However, in 1187, Saladin seized the cross after his victory at the Battle of Hattin, and it was not seen again. Meanwhile, in Rome, Helena's relics, donated to the Pope by her, were kept at the Church of Santa Croce after her death. In 1492, repairs in the church led to the discovery of a hidden box containing a wooden plaque inscribed with Jesus of Nazareth in 3 languages, which some believe to be the titulus, the wooden sign placed above Jesus during crucifixion. Today, fragments of the true cross are preserved in various churches, with the Vatican holding a significant relic. In 2023, Pope Francis presented 2 small fragments as a coronation gift to King Charles III. While the authenticity of these relics remains debated, they continue to hold religious significance. The Baghdad Battery refers to a set of artifacts discovered in 1936 near the ancient city of Ctesiphon in present-day Iraq, consisting of a ceramic jar, a copper tube, and an iron rod. It is believed to date back to the Parthian or Sasanian periods, between 150 BC and 650 AD. Some have speculated that it functioned as an ancient galvanic cell capable of producing a small electric charge, possibly for electroplating or electrotherapy, but no evidence of such use exists. Others suggest it was a storage vessel for sacred scrolls or had ceremonial purposes. Corrosion analysis suggests an acidic liquid like vinegar may have been present, but its role remains unclear. The artifact disappeared in 2003 during the Iraq War, and the true purpose of these jars remains unknown. The Veil of Veronica, or the Vernicle, is a Christian relic said to bear an image of Jesus' face. According to tradition, Saint Veronica wiped Jesus' face with her veil on the way to Calvary, and his image miraculously appeared on the cloth. She later allegedly brought it to Rome to present it to Emperor Tiberius. The veil was believed to quench thirst, cure blindness, and even raise the dead. However, the story has no biblical basis, but gained popularity in the medieval times. It is believed that the veil was in Old St. Peter's Basilica during the papacy of John VII, as a Veronica chapel was built at that time. By 1011 AD, a scribe was recorded as its keeper. The first confirmed mentions of the relic appear in 1199, and it was publicly displayed in Rome by Pope Innocent III in 1207. Some accounts claim it was stolen or lost during the 1527 sack of Rome, but other reports suggest it remained in the Vatican. In the 17th century, it was rediscovered in a relic chamber within St. Peter's Basilica, where it may still be hidden today. The tooth of Buddha is a sacred relic venerated in Sri Lanka, believed to be the tooth of Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism. It's housed at the Temple of the Tooth in Kandy, though another is believed to be in Polonnaruwa. According to legend, after the Buddha's cremation, his left canine was recovered by his disciple Kema and given to King Brahmadatta of Kalinga for veneration. The relic was said to grant divine authority to its possessor and to hold powers such as rainmaking, healing, and crowning kings, leading to conflicts over its ownership in India, including a war between King Guhasiva of Kalinga and King Pandu. Eventually, following unrest in Kalinga, the relic was brought to Sri Lanka and housed in a monastery in Anuradhapura before being relocated to Kandy as the seat of power shifted. Portuguese records claim the relic was destroyed in the 1550s by the Archbishop of Goa during the Inquisition, but locals insist the one in Kandy is genuine. The blood of Christ. According to legend, Joseph of Arimathea used a cloth to wipe Jesus' blood from his face after the crucifixion. This cloth, believed to have been preserved in Jerusalem, was supposedly taken to Bruges, Belgium, during the Second Crusade by Thierry of Alsace, a knight who had served with Baldwin III of Jerusalem, his brother-in-law. Thierry, rewarded for his services, brought the relic back to Bruges, where it was placed in the upper chapel of the Basilica of the Holy Blood, housed in a beautifully adorned vial that has remained unopened to this day. Despite the legend, recent research suggests the relic might not have appeared in Bruges until the 1250s. Scholars trace its origins to the sack of Constantinople in 1204 during the Fourth Crusade, when Baldwin of Flanders looted sacred treasures. Further investigation revealed that the vial, made of rock crystal and dating to the 11th or 12th century, was likely a Byzantine perfume bottle from Constantinople, but there is no definitive evidence for or against the authenticity of the relic. The Cup of Jamshid is a legendary artifact from Persian mythology, said to have been possessed by the rulers of ancient Greater Iran. It is named after Jamshid, the fourth Shah of the mythological Pishtadanian dynasty. Described as a cup of divination, it was believed to be filled with an elixir of immortality and used for scrying, allowing one to see all 7 heavens and 7 ages of the universe. Some versions claim it was discovered in Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the First Persian Empire. The cup was said to reflect the entire world and reveal cosmic secrets, leading many to credit the Persian Empire's success to its possession. It has been extensively mentioned in Persian, Sufi, and Pakistani poetry and literature. While some depictions visualize it as a crystal ball, its true form, or if it ever existed, along with its whereabouts, remain unknown. Digs near Persepolis and Tepe-Siak still chase its shadow. Urim and Thummim are mysterious objects mentioned in the Hebrew Bible, believed to have been used for divination by the high priest of Israel, often tied to Aaron. They were part of the breastplate worn by the high priest, specifically inserted into a pouch in the sacred garment known as the ephod. The Urim, meaning lights, and the Thummim, meaning perfection or truth, were employed to seek God's guidance, typically answering yes or no questions. They were important to decisions such as determining guilt, establishing priestly lineage, and even territorial matters like the expansion of Jerusalem. While their exact nature is unclear, scholars suggest that the objects were likely small, flat items made of wood or bone, and could be drawn or cast by touch to provide divine answers from God. The Urim and Thummim were only consulted by prominent figures like kings or generals, and were meant to be used for the benefit of the people. Their last mention in rabbinical literature indicates that they vanished after Babylon sacked Jerusalem in 587 BC. Historian Flavius Josephus swore they lasted to 160 BC into the Maccabean era, but the Talmudic tradition holds that they were lost long before.